Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's video. So today I feel like it's finally the right time to like show you guys like how Joe and I have kind of prepped for some emergency situations. If you guys happen to be new here, it's my husband and I. He's like over here doing a puzzle, but he's gonna kind of walk us through some stuff. And then I've got a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. We live in Virginia, Northern Virginia, and I'm gonna show you what just happened to us this like to yesterday. So this is what it looks like outside. Like yesterday, the snow fell like all day, and we're left with all of this. This is like the most amount of snow that we've seen since we live here, and basically the power has been out in our neighborhood for over 24 hours. So power's been out in the community for over 24 hours now. I think we lost our power like around noon yesterday. Noon yesterday. And sorry, the children are like fighting, so you're gonna hear them like screaming at each other. And it's like it's like 11, 10. I don't even know what time it is because the clock is wrong. But it's almost been like 24 hours without power. But for the most part, Joe and I have been pretty okay. As you can see, like we still have the TV on. We've been able to cook. We've been able to keep ourselves warm. We've been able to pretty much continue like living life pretty normal. And I feel bad because like I see our neighbors and like it seems like all of their houses are dark, but we've prepped a bunch of stuff for a situation like this. So I'm gonna walk you guys around. We've got the generator outside, show you guys just anything that might be helpful, things to consider, things that, I don't know, at least you have a video you guys can look back on. So we do have a generator. That was a huge investment that we invested in this year for a situation like this. Let me show you which one we have. It's gonna be a little loud, obviously, because the generator is a little bit loud, but it's not in the garage, it's obviously outside. Okay, so it's a little loud, obviously, for me to be talking about the generator out there when it's going. So I guess Joe is like the better one to tell you about the generator itself. So first of all, it's not just like getting the generator, right? Like we had an electrician come in, and what did the electrician do?
The electrician installed an interlock kit. It just goes on the main panel down in the basement, and
like the breaker panel?
Yeah, the panel is connected to the big plug.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to get the generator, then you got to get that massive plug. That massive cord is hundreds of dollars. You run a lot of things in the house. You got to have a nice big thick amperage cord which that can handle. And then once you plug that in, you go down to the basement to the panel. You switch all the breakers to off, and then you take the main breaker, the one that controls the whole panel, and there's another switch below it for the safety interlock. So you shut off the main, which allows you to move the safety up out of the way, and then you turn on the interlock for the generator, which then basically runs all the panel breakers to that cord.
The point is, it's something that the electrician has to do.
Yeah.
They would know how to do it.
They'd have to do it.
Yeah, but I'm saying like an electrician would know how to set that up.
I just want to get an interlock kit for
the
generator. I think we only spent a few $100s for our guy to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really simple. So we can run as much of the house as we can off the generator just by regulating what breakers are on and off.
So that's what we've been doing. Like ever since we lost power, we started up the generator. We keep gas on hand, so we keep like 6 things of gas. 6 5-gallon jugs. We kind of keep on hand always.
More.
And what?
We're gonna get more.
We're gonna get more. The goal would be to have 12 5-gallon jugs all at once, but at least for now we had 6. So that means that each, like the thing runs on how many gallons at one time? 6.6 gallons. And that 6.6 gallons lasted us
all day.
Like all day yesterday.
Since we started it, so we turned it down and
yeah.
We still had gas left.
So we probably have a few more days left of gas, which is nice for the generator. And like I said, what's running on the generator right now? Like the lights, if we turn on the lights, the TV. We heated up some pizza yesterday in the oven. We cooked eggs this morning. So we're trying to like, obviously like when we're not using the lights, turn off the lights, especially during the daytime, and like conserve.
That use a lot of watts, a lot of power. Like
yeah.
Microwaves use 1,000 watts. You turn a microwave on, the generator's not gonna.
Yeah, he told me yesterday. I was like, "Can I blow dry my hair?" He's like, "No, you can't blow dry your hair."
Yeah, blow dryers are high wattage.
Yeah, so things like that you kind of have to be cautious of. But so far, I mean, it's been keeping all the refrigerators going.
Yeah,
so
and those don't draw much power,
which is good. That was like my biggest like worry, because we have multiple fridges. We have the one refrigerator in the kitchen, but in the basement we have another freezer full of meats. So if that freezer were to go, we'd lose like all that meat. And we have another fridge.
But we have insurance on it.
I know, we have insurance on that meat, but we've got a lot of stuff down there.
Yeah.
So we always want to make sure that that food doesn't spoil. So the generator is keeping all of that going, which is nice.
But that generator is dual fuel, so I can actually hook propane, like a gas propane, like what you would use for the grill. We can hook a propane tank up to it. It won't run as long as gas, but it's pretty close.
So if you're still here like watching about the, I don't know, the generator, maybe you can just show that to your husband, because I don't know really much anything about it. I kind of rely on him to do that. But other things, I'm going to show you guys around, like other things that we kind of keep on hand, things that you might want to consider. We do have a grill outside, so that was another thing. Like if the oven was like too much for the generator to handle, we can hook up our Traeger and Joe can like grill. That was like always a thing. We have the grill, I mean it's covered right now in snow, but that over there is a Traeger, so we could cook some chicken, just cook a bunch of meat, and we could, you know, have some food if we were stranded here for a few days.
The other thing to keep in mind too is generators draw a lot of attention. Keep in mind that as the days progress with no power, people become dumb.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to leave that generator outside overnight or anything like that. Not a good idea unless you want that thing to get stolen. So like last night we turned it off. We brought it back inside, and so when we turned it off, like yes, everything, like we didn't have power, we didn't have anything going, other than the battery pack that was downstairs.
Yeah, the battery pack can run,
which I'll show you guys, but we have like a separate little battery pack like generator that ran the furnace to keep us warm.
We have a gas furnace.
We have a gas furnace.
Runs the fan to blow the hot air.
Okay, I don't know how half of this stuff works, but I know that he's done a good job at keeping us warm and keeping us okay. We do also have a fireplace, and it's a gas fireplace. I have it off right now because it's a little bit like hot in here, but even if the power is out, that will run.
Well,
no? It did yesterday.
I know, but it's an electric start, so if your power is out and you're not, that's on a battery, like batteries to start it. But if those batteries go dead, then we'd have to turn it on and then use like a lighter.
Okay.
To light.
Well, yesterday when the power went off, that thing was still going.
Yeah,
so
it runs off 2 batteries.
So potentially we still had the gas fireplace to kind of, you know, go to if it was really, really cold in here. But we're gonna see if we can take a quick little tour to the basement and kind of walk you through the setup here. So over here, that is the other like mini generator that we have. And this one is a solar powered, right? Solar powered?
It can be solar recharged.
Yeah.
It's just a big battery.
Yeah, it's like a big battery. So this is hooked up to something there?
Yeah, this is hooked up to a separate box that's connected to the panel. So with just the battery pack, we can power the 2 freezers down here, furnace fan to blow for hot air, the living room outlets, so the TV and the outlets in the living room, and the deck outlets for the grill.
And then how long will this thing last?
Not long.
Not very long?
Yeah.
Like
so
hours, days? Like what are you talking? Hours?
Yeah.
But then we can recharge this, right?
Yeah, so it's running the furnace right now. I have it still connected to the furnace and the internet, but it's being recharged by the
generator. Got it.
So at night, this is all it's running.
Okay.
Just to run the furnace, because I turned the server off.
Okay. So point is, we have this thing that we really like. Back there, this black thing, those are the solar panels.
It's a big 200-watt solar panel.
Yeah, it's a big solar panel, so we've got that. This over here, we haven't used this yet, but this is another thing that we have, the little Kelly kettle. Basically, it's a way to cook, boil water, cook. It's kind of like people use this for camping, but it's another one of those things that you might want to have, like, you know, God forbid, things get really bad, you know, we could maybe make a fire, you know, out in our fire pit, and then we can cook stuff on here, boil some water, have some coffee. Oh, the Berkey's that thing down there. So then in that box, we have a Berkey.
The electrician installed was this big breaker, this safety. I regulate what we are running right now based on using the normal panel. There's nothing special about it. It's just this and this.
Very good.
So when that's done, you turn that off, you pull this down, then you hit the main, back on, and it goes back to the normal street power.
Okay, you're speaking like Chinese to me because I don't know what that means.
Some person will understand it.
Maybe someone will understand it, but I definitely do not.
But that was totally recommended by my electrician.
Yeah. The electrician did a good job. Point is, talk to your electrician if you get a generator. It's not just getting a generator. Like if you want it to power the whole house, yeah, and you need the cord, so it's like, you know, a little bit of a process, but worth the investment, because I'm telling you, like, we've been fine, and we're looking around and people are, you know, unfortunately not, you know, in as good of a shape as we are, I guess, you know. But we do have the Berkey water filter because I'm sure you've heard of it before. If not, it's something that you might want to consider. It's a water filtration system. I'll put a picture of it here if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. But basically, like, when the power went off, if for some reason the generator died, all of that, like our water from the refrigerator, like it doesn't pour out if the refrigerator's not working. But if, you know, we needed water, what we could do with the Berkey is we could fill up the water with like tap water, any water that we could find, and it'll filter out the water. So that way we're not like stressing about water. And then of course I keep a back stock. None of this is organized. I need to organize all of this stuff, but I keep back stock of paper towels, toilet paper. We keep a big bin of batteries. So if you have like, you know, flashlights and all of that, you need batteries. So batteries are always good to keep on hand. We also keep water, so just basic water bottles. That's why I wasn't freaking out too much. If for any reason like the refrigerator, you know, if I couldn't pour water out of it, I knew for sure that we always had some water bottles. And then like I was talking about earlier, these are the fridges downstairs. This is our meat freezer, and then we have an extra refrigerator down here, and then this is our back stock of food. So food is definitely not one of those things that we have to worry about. I've shown this on my channel a million times. It has since been disorganized. It needs some love and attention, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But we have a lot of just canned foods, tuna, peanut butter, veggies, canned chicken. We've got plenty of food and pasta and all of that. So I don't, you know, really worry too much about food. For literal, like, worst case scenario situations, we do also have a little bit of a supply of like Ready-Wise food, emergency food supply. This is like that food that lasts like 20 years. So we've got that just in case, you know, things get really like zombie apocalypse status over here. I'm aware that that makes us sound freaking crazy, but you know what? Like, I'd rather be prepared and be in good shape than, you know, be frantic and looking for food and, you know, worrying about all this stuff. Like, the roads yesterday were not at all like even plowed. Like, if we didn't have food and we had to be out on the roads, like, that wouldn't be like the safest situation. And like, I don't even know if places were open or if they had power. So having that peace of mind for me was huge. But Joe also has like somewhere else, he has a bin of like emergency stuff that he's bought. So let me see if I can find that. Okay, I brought him down here. So these are the bins where he has some emergency stuff. These are like chargers, battery packs. We've got these lights that are solar powered, right?
Yeah,
from solar recharge from, what's the company? Goal Zero. He likes that brand, Goal Zero. We have some lanterns upstairs too that are solar powered, so we don't have to worry about, you know, not being able to charge them. We've got stuff like extra toothbrushes. These are, explain these.
They're just body wipes.
They're body wipes, so in case you don't have any like hot water or anything like that,
Water in general.
or no water, you need to bathe yourself.
Yeah, these are antibacterial body wipes.
So they're like big giant wipes.
Big wipes that you just wipe your body down.
So I'll try to see if I can find
Sierra, USA.
Find any of this stuff and link it for you guys. So we got that. These are sleeping bags, right?
Our sleeping bags.
Last year we ordered sleeping bags for all of us. So if for any reason it is cold in the house and, you know, we're sleeping and stuff, we've got sleeping bags that we can get the kids in and ourselves in. So we got 2 adult sleeping bags, 2 kids sleeping bags. So that's just another way for us to keep warm. And again, we haven't had to use them, and hopefully we never have to, but it's kind of like that peace of mind knowing that if we did, you know, we have it. Yeah, then this is another bin. There's so much stuff in here. So like all of this could just be like a giant haul, but the basics, we've got a radio. So it's always good to have a radio. And then a lot of this stuff is stuff from, what was that subscription that you had? BattleBox. He had the subscription for BattleBox a couple years ago. He had it for a couple years, and they would occasionally send like things like knives and like fishing gear and, you know, things to survive in a worst case scenario. This is our survival garden to plant seeds if things got that bad. Like, I ordered that. You guys are gonna think I'm absolutely freaking nuts, and that's fine. Hopefully, like I said, we never have to use it. But if we did, this is all here. These are like water filtration drops, right? We also have life straws, by the way. So we do have life straws. There's legit like a ton of stuff in there, and none of that we've had to pull out this time around, so I don't think it's super necessary to show you. But point is, we have a lot of that stuff. I'm gonna go upstairs because I'm sure the kids are like fighting over something. I also keep diapers and wipes. I've got like a little small stash here of some wipes and some extra diapers. I never let us run like super low on those because I know that in an emergency, like, you know, Jackson over here, my son is still in diapers, so we need diapers. These are the little lanterns that Joe was talking about. So we have these little lanterns, which we did use yesterday. Are they charged or no? Yeah, this one's charged. And then you can charge it just like this, but you can also solar charge this one, right? Or no?
You can plug it into a solar charger, or you can get it to work on it.
You can wind it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have 2 of those that are kind of like our little flashlights. We use those at night when we didn't have any of the lights on.
Key thing too, I mean, the one area we fail,
Mm-hmm.
like all that survival equipment down the stairs, unless you
Practice with it?
do it,
Yeah.
practice, actually go out and use that stuff, that's where we fail.
Yeah, we need to
You don't wanna do
practice with
when
it more.
You don't want to have to do it when it's needed.
Yeah.
You want to already be prepared for that. So that's one significant issue.
Have like practice runs.
Well, I mean, yeah, just how to start a fire
Yeah.
without using a lighter, you know.
You should
Or
practice instead of when you're in a situation that's like really
building
bad.
a fire, or using the Kettle.
Yeah.
Cook something.
You can pull that out and we can do it today. Oh, and then some of you guys were asking about like how we have hot water. So our water heater is gas powered, which means that when the power goes out, it still goes.
It warms up.
Yeah, so thankfully we have hot water.
Our gas and our furnace is our water
fire
heater and our furnace are gas powered.
Yeah, so again, I don't know much about it, but I know that that's the situation right now. So thankful for hot water. So yeah, something else that I was talking to you guys on Instagram about before, which by the way, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll link my little account here. You guys can follow me there. I share like more real time in the moment kind of stuff. But I shared that I was going through like our little community Facebook group that our like neighborhood has, and there were so many people that were freaking out because their power is out, and one of their biggest concerns was the fact that their kids weren't gonna have their sound machines. So that's something to keep in mind. If your kids like rely on a sound machine, you might want to look at buying like one that takes batteries, so like some kind of battery powered sound machine. Or a lot of people were giving the suggestion too, like when this happened to them, what they did is they, you know, had their iPad going and they found on YouTube like a white noise kind of sound that they could play. So, you know, you can look at ways at trying to find a way to to power the sound machines, but that's something that I hadn't even thought about, because last night when we turned off the generator, their sound machines went off and they didn't sleep the best. So if you rely on a sound machine, again, just kind of prep for stuff that you think you might need. Let me also take you guys upstairs. I keep a couple things in the linen closet. So in our linen closet, it's obviously not like the best, but there's certain things that I like to keep extras of here too. So I do keep extra toothbrushes, I keep extra toothpaste, because that to me is like something that I need to have. Like I keep the kids' toothpaste, so that we're not like, you know, running out of toothpaste and then we can't get on the road to get toothpaste. Body wash too, I like to have extra body wash here always, for the same reason. You want to take a bath, you need to have some body wash. I also keep a bunch of deodorant because for me that's like one thing I'll need to have. Like if the zombie apocalypse comes and I can't go to the store ever again in my life, I need to have deodorant, otherwise I'm gonna be miserable. So I keep a lot of deodorant, and then I also keep here, like for me, I keep a bunch of dry shampoo, because even if I can't like, you know, wash my hair and blow dry it and all of that, dry shampoo for me is like a godsend, so I always have extra of that. So I hope that at least we were able to show you a few things, kind of like what we keep around here. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them, or get Joe to answer them if I don't know the answer. But point is, like, we've made this a priority, like before anything, before much else, like just to make sure that we're ready for any kind of emergency like that. If you live in a place where maybe you can lose power, but it's hot, because like in Virginia in the summers it's hot, so we also make sure that we have fans. You can buy battery powered fans. We need to invest in a couple other bigger fans, but we have several fans that we could also just start running so that at night you're not like sweating, and because I hate to be super hot too. So that might be like something that's different. Like I know I talked about a lot of things having to do with it being cold, because there's literally like inches and inches and inches of snow outside right now. But just a few things to keep in mind. Again, we'll answer any questions you guys have to the best of our ability. The other thing to keep in mind too that I don't really talk about on my channel a lot is that you're also like, if you're gonna be in an emergency situation, might not be a bad idea to have, you know, like a way to protect yourself. I don't know how else to say it without actually coming out and saying, you know, have some firearms and have some things just to protect against any bad people and all of that. You guys know, if you're regular here, Joe is in law enforcement, so that's just a part of our life. So we obviously make sure that we have the safes, we make sure that the, you know, the things to protect yourselves are always locked up when, you know, like we have kids, like we're not dumb about it. But having ammo, having firearms and stuff is part of that preparedness too, because you can have all the things in the world, but if someone tries to come and steal your stuff, or somebody tries to intend you harm, then it doesn't really make a difference what the heck you have in your house. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. I hope this video was helpful. I know that a lot of you guys have asked for this. It's the best that I can do with, you know, the time that I have right now, but I was hoping to get this up for you guys sooner rather than later. Anything else you guys want to see regarding this topic, let me know. But I freaking love your faces. Thank you for being here. If you guys want to stick around, be my friend over here, I'd love it if you would hit the subscribe button and, you know, just kind of follow us along. We share a lot of just vlog style videos and what we're up to and all of that, so I would love for you to consider like being my friend over here if you're new. But that is it. So freaking love your faces. Thanks for being here. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.